You know how they say that there are certain lines that shouldn't be crossed? Well, this one crossed it 10 hours ago. Let's get some more fog in here. Remember how in the first video I had difficulty trying to get this fog machine to work? Well, I finally figured out what the problem was. I hit the off button instead of the on button. I know I'm an idiot, but there's no need to hammer it in at this point. Hello everyone, Mr. Daydream here, and welcome to Backstage Nonsense Halloween Edition. Now this is going to be the last Halloween themed video for this year, and yeah, I know it is sad that it's already going to come to a close, but I had a lot of fun with it. I mean, sure there are some unpleasant things like, you know, with the fog machine and some of these other things, but I had a lot of fun with it, so yeah, and you know, there's always next year, so yeah. There's that. So what exactly am I going to do to conclude this special? Well, I'm going to bring in an interesting item. Now, y'all may not know this, but I actually do enjoy going to state fairs and carnivals and anywhere that's got food trucks. I do love the atmosphere, well, when it's not too crowded, but most importantly, I always look forward to what foods I can eat. You know, there's so many things, you know, they got pretzels, they got cotton candy, and all kinds of other bizarre junk. But the one I definitely had the most fun at is the State Fair of Texas. They just have so many weird and bizarre foods that you can't really find anywhere else, and I love it for that. If there's two things I learned about that place is that it's possible to deep fry anything, and it's also possible to turn anything into a beer. Yeah, I'm not kidding. But yeah, deep frying anything just seems to be a very popular tradition over there. Like, just when you thought they run out of things to deep fry, they find a way. There's deep fried Twinkies, deep fried Oreos, deep fried this, and deep fried that. I wonder if they do deep fried memes. Now, I've seen my fair share of bizarre things over there, including me. But there's one particular item that really caught my interest, and that is deep fried Halloween. Yeah, that's literally what it's called. They've introduced all kinds of new foods this year, and one of them is including one that's called Deep Fried Halloween. And you're probably thinking, how the heck does that work? Well, I'm not really too sure myself, but they found a way, as they always do. Now you're probably wondering, what the heck does this thing look like? Well, it looks like this. What the heck? Yeah, it's exactly what it looks like. It's just a jumbled mess. Oh, but there is structure to this, believe it or not. Basically, what they do is that they take a big, chewy, soft pretzel and deep fry it. Then, they bathe it in candy corn syrup and then add powdered sugar to it. But that's not all. They then add a glop of white buttercream icing and a glop of orange buttercream icing and then top it off with an Oreo and a Snickers mini. But that's not all. They then sprinkle it with candy corn and M&Ms and top it off with a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Mini on marshmallow frosting. But that's not all either. They then drizzle the entire thing in chocolate sauce, caramel sauce, and sprinkles. I hate to say this, but I think the deep fried butter has competition. So you're probably wondering, did I actually get my hands on this delicious monstrosity? Well, what do you think? Yeah, I actually went into the fair with one of these Tupperware containers. Like, I had it in my backpack. And by the end of the day, you know, after I was done trying all kinds of foods, I ordered the deep fried Halloween and put it in this thing and then just went all the way home and then just put it right in the fridge. But that's not the craziest part. The craziest part is that this is actually my second one. Yeah, the first one I got looked like this. Man, don't you just feel like you gained 20 pounds just looking at it? So you're probably wondering, why the heck did you get another one? Well, I guess you could say I wasn't too proud with myself at how I handled the first one. Because when I got the first one, I was only able to finish half of it. And I wasn't able to finish the rest because I already felt so sick. And Yeah, but then again, I did eat a bunch of random junk beforehand, like veggie corn dogs and deep fried Twinkies, and they have this thing called Flaming Hot Cheetos nachos. And at first, I thought it was just regular nachos with Flaming Hot Cheetos sprinkle on it. But no, all it is literally just Flaming Hot Cheetos with a glob of nacho cheese on it. Needless to say, it was actually pretty good. I guess you could say that this thing was meant to be shared, like it's not meant to be eaten by one person, but as a foodie, sharing is unheard of. So yeah, I actually went through all the trouble of going all the way to the fair and then all the way to the back and then throw that thing in my fridge and then hopefully it hasn't crawled out yet, but who knows, maybe it has, but it'll be the last thing I see. But I brought it here and this time I want to be able to finish it for good. I just didn't like how I wasn't able to finish the first one, but this time it will be different. So let me go ahead and catch it. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get this thing over with. Oh my goodness. I'm glad it still looks okay, despite it looking like something you upchucked 3 days ago. There we go. Deep fried Halloween. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. It's like, oh, this thing has been sitting in my fridge for a while, so the chocolate sauce and the caramel sauce has pretty much been soaked into the pretzel by now, so yeah. But that is the thing that does baffle me, is like, why a pretzel? I mean, I don't really associate pretzels with Halloween, but I don't know. I guess they just needed something to, put the candies on it, so yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of an interesting choice. But now that I think about it, a pretzel does have a bit of a face going on. I have to admit, I really do like how they served this thing on a jack-o'-lantern plate. They could have just used any other normal paper plate, but no, they actually took the extra mile and made it more special. So bonus points for that, I suppose. Even though it looks like my current cooking. Well, I'm ready for the challenge now. I'm going to see about eating this whole thing, and it's going to be calories that's going to take me weeks to burn off, but oh well. I want to do it. I'm just wondering, how the heck are you supposed to even eat this thing? I mean, I guess you could eat it like that, but no, well. Yeah, just cut a piece. Oh my goodness. This pretzel's a bit hard now. Okay, yeah, here's a piece. That's going in. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, but wait until I get to the buttercream icing and the candy corn and all that. It's gonna be like, oh man, there's only so much of this I'm gonna be able to handle. I gotta say, I don't think I've ever eaten M&M's mixed with candy corn before. That is an interesting combination, but I don't know if it's something I'd do again. I remember how this thing said that it was bathed in candy corn syrup. I've never heard of such a thing, candy corn syrup. Is that really a thing? But most importantly, do they sell them in gallons? Yeah, candy corn is one of the first American candies I've ever tried, next to root beer barrels, and yeah, I've always enjoyed those. I don't think there's a right way or a wrong way to eat this thing. Yeah, for some reason this pretzel is really hard to cut through. I don't know why. It's, I don't know, maybe it solidified itself in the fridge or something. First it wasn't too bad, but then now it's starting to get to the point where it's like, oh man, I don't know if I can really do the rest. I already got past the Oreo, now I'm on to the peanut butter cup. Yeah, I'm probably never gonna eat this again. I'm not kidding, this thing really is a challenge. Ah, I actually got part of the, whatever this thing is. After a while, it just becomes harder to chew. Ugh. I'm always starting to feel sick. Okay. The last bite. Well, I did it. Oh man, that was quite a challenge. Now, to be honest, as much as I love candy, I'd never eat it in this way. Like, there's never been an instance where I mixed a bunch of candies together in some glop and then, yeah, try to eat it like that. It's like, no, just eat it one by one, little by little, you know, that type of thing. So this has been quite an interesting item that I'll probably never try again, but it was certainly interesting. But you want to know what's truly scary about this monstrosity? It actually made it as a finalist. Yeah. For the category of sweet, they got 5 items, such as brisket brittle and Texas pumpkin poke cake, and then, yeah, there's this. Deep fried Halloween. How the heck did that make it? I mean, it is an interesting idea, not gonna lie, but it's still one of those, like, oh, you're able to eat it without feeling sick. You know, feeling sick just thinking about it. But, oh, man, I'm just so glad I was able to finish it. Now you're probably wondering, why am I succumbing myself to this? Well, it's just for the enjoyment for you guys. Like, a lot of times when there are things that I normally wouldn't do, if it means making a good video or a good episode or, you know, something fun, then I'll totally do it. You know, if it's all for amusement, then I'll definitely do it. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Backstage Nonsense, Halloween edition. Yeah, I'm sorry if I made some of you uneasy to your stomachs watching this, but I just thought of having something grand and epic to end this special, and then what better way to do it than with, you know, deep fried Halloween. It's like, yeah, it's obvious, isn't it? But anyways, happy Halloween. I hope you have a haunting good time, and I'll see you next time. Take care, and have a nice day. Ugh. Oh, man. I hope I'm not gonna puke afterwards. Ugh.